Hello, everybody. You're not going to believe it. This is so crazy. Unprecedented what's getting ready to happen. Me and Reed, we're going to be working on Korean from Zero Book 1. Wow. Probably shocking a lot of you.
That's right. Book one work. Woot woot.
Yep. And now that you're speaking louder, I'm going to lower your levels again, but that's okay. You tested much lower than that, right? Then you're like, woo, woo. All right.
I got
So,
excited.
yeah, I know. Just hold it, man. Well, I know this is like an unprecedented thing that we're doing here. Working on a Korean book. Heaven forbid.
Who does that? Who does that, right?
Let's find our last point. All right. Reed has no ability to make grammar jokes. Did you come up with any new grammar jokes?
No, I didn't. I completely forgot
All
about it.
right. All right. All right. Okay. This is where we were, right? We were. What the hell were we doing? Let's just read this because I don't remember what we were doing. We previously learned that basic form can be future tense. Oh, we were getting ready to talk about how this is. It could be a chuchuk, because I can't remember the English word. I guess of the future, but we're trying to point out that when I learned koeo, it was always chuchuk chuchuk, and I'm like, well, how is it a chuchuk when I'm just gonna say, oh, neil kar koeo? That's not like I think I'll go tomorrow. That's I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
right.
So it might be grammatically that. Matter of fact, let's pop up our Korean thing on that.
Yeah, good idea.
Where is that thing? Hang on, I have a copy of that. Probably in the Korean folder. Hang on. In the references folder. Jack says, I've never been more shocked to learn such unexpected information. This is such a bombshell. The mind blown status is nuclear. It's true. Who works on Korean books anymore in this day and age? It's freaking amazing.
I know, right?
Let's see. Reference. Dude, what was that thing called? What was that thing? Moombop. It's called the Moombop something, right?
Oh, what did we call it? Grammar.
It's not what we called it. It was like, oh man, I would hate to lose that. Let's see. It's a PDF. Grammar. Let me just look up grammar on my thing here. Shoot, where would that be?
I think I have mine saved in there on the
Yeah, if you
phone.
could find the name for it. So I'm looking in the other folder. There's a folder called References. Oh my god.
Korean grammar for foreigners. Is that what it was called?
Maybe.
That's what I
No,
had.
that's not what it's called because it was for the Korean teachers. Look, I found something from 2014 January called Rules of Glue by Korean from Zero PDF.
Wow. Wow, that's old.
Let's see what this looks like.
Dang.
That's
Look at that. Look at that.
the
Wow.
very first one. That's the first one we brought in the Korean
Wow. Yeah, that
from
was when we
Zero.
first worked on this.
Uh,
Wow. Look at that. Look at that style.
Actually, this is better. Can we just make it this?
Look at that ABC style.
All
Look
right.
at that.
I'm gonna take the moment. I'm gonna take a moment to try to find this thing. Um, 500 Korean verbs, basic form conjugation rules. How to upload to FileZilla for KoreanFromZero.com. Just gonna look for every PDF in this folder because it's a PDF. Yeah, that might actually be it. Korean grammar for foreign. Why do I have that if that's not it? Oh,
Foreign
that
car.
is it. That is
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Hang on. This says volume 2 and then an
Can you
index.
search on here? I haven't been able to search on
I
this.
made mine searchable, yes.
I have to make mine searchable.
So, hang on. Is this. Hang on. Let me. Oh, what is this nasty thing over here? View. I don't need to see this over here. I just want to see this. How can I get rid of this? Okay. So yeah, I think the version that you have isn't searchable because
Yeah, the one that I have isn't. So it makes
I
it.
had to do some modifications. So let's just look up Koeo. See, for example, it works. It worked. It went to that.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, yours.
But I think where would it be? Would it be Goshida?
Just look up Goyo. Just
Oh
look
no
at that.
no, the index is separate, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
But it'll give you a
Okay.
page number, won't it?
Yeah, I will. But I just needed to, so let's look up. Let me get my. I can't believe we're going back to this level to check this out. But I don't think we ever looked at we didn't have this when we started.
That's true.
Quail. Yeah, it would be Goshida or something. I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably Urgoshida is probably what it'd be under. I mean, because that's the form.
Oh, good point. Let me head to there. Okay, here's some urs. Still don't quite understand Korean alphabetical order. 것, 것, 거요. 것이 아니라 게, 게요. Why wouldn't it be here?
Oh, it's it's probably isn't there an and then not just real but plus.
You think so?
Isn't there one of those two?
Because this would work under mogul kol and
yeah.
right and hal kol. Well, I don't know. Let's look. I think this book did it like a little bit weird, but
yeah, that's what I was wondering because they might.
Yeah, are you seeing it?
I don't know. Yeah, like.
A lot of ooze. Oh, there's some ooze. So yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah, so it might be.
Kata. I think they had it in two sections. Like this urke was up there with ryulke, so they give you the ability to search it both ways. But I'm not seeing urkoyo. Let's just look up koyo.
Look up this one on 775. I mean, there's like doesn't it say like a link to it somewhere else too? Like, oh, look more on this.
All right, let's go to 775.
I don't know. Yeah, let's see. That's kata, so that's not.
Urkoya.
Yeah.
Urkoya. This is it. So what's it under?
Urkush.
Urkot. It's just under Urkot. Okay,
Wow.
so let's go up. So here's the first one. Let's see if we can figure this shit out. Okay. Urkot. Okay, all three of those things apparently. 을 제외한 받침 있는 동사 5권 뒤에 사용한다. That's fine. 읽을 것, 먹을 것, 을 것, 받침 없는. Okay, that's fine. Give me. Oh, it's up here that we need. Okay, here we go. So 명령 commands. So you put it, you attach it to a verb. What's a 지시? 지시의 의미. I know 의미 is meaning. It represents the meaning of jishi and commands.
I think that's instruction, right? Jishi.
Trouver quelque chose sur internet pour quand même. Regardez.
Je ne regardais pas.
Jishi.
Can you look up jishi just to double check, dude?
I will. Jishi. Directions, instructions, orders.
All right, cool. Okay, so this represents, attached to the end of a verb, represents a command or a direction, right? So do this thing, right? And 문장을 끌met, I don't know what that means. 끝met, ending, 는 표현, and expression. What's 끝met? I've never seen.
And met to
tie it up the end.
Huh.
Is that meta? That can't be meta. I'm gonna bust open my own.
Finish, yeah, end, finish, close. That's what it means.
맺는 표현.
Yeah.
문장. So it's a way to end the sentence. We already knew that.
It's an expression, right?
의미을과 외존명사. What's 외존명사? 명사 is a type of. Oh, that means one of those incomplete noun shit things.
Oh yeah.
They call it incomplete noun. 외존. 의존 명사.
Bound noun. That's what
What?
it says.
What?
Neighbor. Bound noun.
Yeah. So
So
goat can't be used by itself. It must be bound to something else.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's dependent.
함께 쓰임표현. Okay, we already knew that. Okay, it can't be used by itself. Okay.
Right.
All right. So let's look. 3시까지 사무실로 올 것. That's not what we want. We want 것이에요, right?
Yeah. Here's good.
Here we go. 2. 어떤 상황이나 so some condition. No, that's not the question. What was that? Relate? No, what's 상황?
See, but they're putting this. We're using it like as the very ending of the sentence. So we're like using number 3 in this case, right? They're using it after like
They're combining it to one damn thing.
Right. So like for number
Here we go. It's this one. So attached to a verb, 것이다, 구성으로 쓰여. Is 구성 phrase? I forget. 구성?
Song, yeah. Song or gu means something to do with phrase. Let me see.
오구 is phrase.
Opposition.
What? Opposition?
Composition.
Oh, composition. Okay, so it's so the composition is
Composed.
attached to a not opposed, not opposition, dude. Composition.
No, I said is composed of.
Oh, yeah. Used in compositions of attached to the end of the verb plus 을 것이다. Right? 앞으로 어떤 행위를 하겠다. Okay, so in the 앞으로 is before, right? Before there's some action. Is that how's 행위 different than 동작? Keep your dictionary open, dude. This is important.
동작.
I'm gonna open up my own dictionary too, just to try to keep pace here.
English. Act. They call it act here.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how is that different from
Act and hang. I mean, hang dong is the one that I was familiar with. Action.
act,
right?
action, deed, and 동작 is just action.
Yeah.
동작. Right? 동작 is movement, motion, gesture. Oh, that's like a more of a physical thing. Okay.
Yeah.
어떤 행위를 하겠다는 강한 strong.
Yeah, strong.
의지, desire, strong intent, right? Or 의사. I thought 의사 meant doctor.
Strong will, like
Will.
like will, right? Like a will power.
Okay,
I think.
의사 does mean doctor and it means intention. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So 주관적 is objective.
Subjective. Right.
Yeah, subjective. Give me a second. What was objective? Are you sure this? Did you already look it up?
I haven't. I'm looking at it right now. 주관적. Yep. Subjective.
Okay. Objective, I forget. Just trying to remember what it was. 소신증. Belief. Represents a belief, etc., and a subjective belief. Okay, that's interesting. That has nothing to do with. So that is supposition, really, but it doesn't say.
Yeah, it is.
So this is a objective belief in a certain position that it's going to happen. That this particular thing in front of it's going to happen.
Right. Yeah. So there is that element of. It's to you, I guess, because it's subjective to what you think, right? So you suppose it's going to happen. I guess there's that element it says in there.
Yeah, so this one, 나는 꼭 성공할 것이다. I'm definitely going to succeed.
Yeah.
So I guess it is a guess because how can you theoretically know the future? But what about this one? They have a conversation. 꼭 군대에 갈 거예요? Are you definitely going to the military?
That seems weird to me. So what if because you're saying gok, like that's like
definitely. It means
like
definitely.
Like, yeah, like, are you
Yeah,
really?
무슨 일이 있어도 no matter what happens, 군대에 갈 곳. What propaganda is in this book, man? They all have to go to the military. That's so stupid.
That's Korean stuff.
Oh my god, yeah, 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 yeah. And he's all polite. Yeah. Have you ever said yeah in your life? You probably do. I have never said it. Yeah, 무슨 일이 있어도 군대에 갈 겁니다. All right. Okay. So this is what we need to be saying this urkoyo does. But let's keep going down the rabbit hole and see if there's nothing else. Okay. Now, this might show the chuchuk thing we're looking for. All right. 영법 2, 3에서 을 것이다. 구성을 높임의 정도에 따라 depending on the height of the, I think they might mean like the status of the person.
Yeah, that's right. How it depend on, yeah.
높임 is that like saying 사회, the social,
Like the how.
like in the Confucius era society, what level they are.
Right.
Yeah, the honorific. Okay, depending on the honorifics, 을 것입니다. That's fine. 을 것이에요, 거예요, 을 것이다. Okay, that's fine. Fine. Okay, so you can change it based on that. So this is just the same thing, showing that you can change it to 거예요, 거다, and 거야. That's the same thing. They haven't given us anything new.
Yeah, we kind of knew that.
Here we go. get도 추측이나 짐작. Don't know what that is. Let me look that up. 짐작.
It's like a guess.
You are right. 짐작.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good word. Because I would always just say 맞춰봐.
Yeah, I learned that. I learned this one first, but people then afterward taught me machoba.
Yeah, I feel like 짐작 is one of like these. Of course, in this book they're going to be using like really crazy stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right, are we done for today? Because this is good stuff. It's good stuff, dude. Like, good job. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm gonna tell what this means.
So this also it can also represent a guess, right?
Yes.
So it can represent a guess or a strong belief or conviction that that particular thing is going to happen. So literally, that's pretty freaking wide, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Yeah.
so then I think because of that, we need to say when would you not use 올 거예요, right? So for example, if you say 내일 비가 올 거예요, like it's going to rain tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
that could be a guess and it could be a strong conviction, both, right?
Yes.
But let's say that. So when would you have to use? When would you have to use? When could you not use it? Is what I'm saying, and that's the question. Because the only other you have different future with 가겠어요. You have 가요, 가겠어요, 갈 거예요. What other future do we have? Besides 갈 것 같다 and shit like that. Do we have anything else?
That's it. I mean, that's. Yeah, I can't. There's. I mean, that's it, really. I mean, obviously, they talk a little bit about getta up here, but that's.
Well, they're saying get also, right? They're saying is used, blah blah blah. Like they're saying it's similar to get.
Yeah.
They're saying it's similar to get. 그런데 의도의 의미를 나타내는 경우, when it's representing your intention, in the case that it's representing your intention, 큰 의미 차이를 발견하기 쉽지 않지만, it's not easy to discover a difference. 차이를, right? 하지만 추측이나 짐작이나 의미를 나타내는 경우, but when you're doing it with the guess
or a.
right? 주로 it normally or most of the time 어떤 here we go. It's 객관적. That's it. Objective. 객관적이고.
Yeah, that's the one.
일반적인. What's a 사례?
사례.
That is example.
I thought it meant
Instance.
like a level
Example,
of.
existence, or case.
Okay, so okay. Something. What am I
Right?
thinking?
It's a general case.
Okay. Yeah.
군고하여. Oh my god, look at this. 군고하여. I don't know that word either. Grounds. Oh my god, grounds for basis is a general case.
Didn't know that word.
And then 반면, which I learned is on the reverse. Forget, that's 말하는 사람 자신의 also get is subjective. 을 거예요 is more objective.
Okay. Yeah.
That's interesting. Even
There's
though
more
they're hard to distinguish, you say.
judgment of the grounds for
자신의 주관적인 판단에 ground. This is when you're guessing based on decisions, objective decisions made by yourself.
yeah, objective.
When the speaker is saying that.
Objective judgment. Yeah, right.
I think it's interesting that they used 말하는 사람 자신 instead of like, was it 화자, the speaker?
Right. And
It's weird that they didn't go, because they're going so level. Like all these words, like half these words I don't know. I guess I'll know from this point forward.
I don't know, but the speaker, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, but okay. Well, that kind of helps out a little bit, but
Let's
I mean,
keep this up while we rewrite. It helps out a lot, actually.
yeah, it really does.
It helps out when we get to that thing that we wrote in book 2 or 3 where we talk about all the differences in the future tenses. We should just revise that, or not revise, but revise if we need to. Look at it and see if we actually nailed it. Because we didn't have this book.
I know.
And we weren't looking at this book easily back then.
Like, this is the official explanation.
Yeah, guys, those of you that are watching, there's 3 books that every Korean teacher has, and this is one of them. And I'll show you the name of this book. It's 1,000 pages. It's this book right here.
Yeah. And this is
외국어를 위한, yeah, 한국어 문법 2. Yeah, it's Korean grammar 2 for foreigners. But book 1 is bullshit. I have it. It's nowhere near as awesome as this. And then there's that pink one on the back shelf that you guys probably can't see. I have 2 of those for some reason. I'll give you one of those to read, by the way. I accidentally bought it twice. Or wait, maybe I think I might have bought it so I could also, hang on. I gotta fix this. I think I bought it so that I could get that one scanned also, and I actually need to remember to send that in for a scan so that we have a copy for it here at the company.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. I'd love that.
Okay. Even though I paid for them to make it searchable, it was not searchable until I worked some magic in Adobe on it. All right. So what page was that? Let's remember. Can we bookmark that or something?
790, I think it was.
Let's go back.
Something like
Where'd
that.
that go? I lost it. Can I make a bookmark on this? Because this is really good information to come back to.
Yeah, this is great.
Make a bookmark. Let's just remember it. 77D2. We'll figure it out. All right. So let's see. Now, we still have to show the difference between basic form. So there is no. That is just a basic fact. Kyle, going. There's no intent there. There's no guessing there at all, right?
Yes.
Hang on,
I agree.
Okay, since we learned basic form, future tense, blah, blah, blah. With adjectives. Okay, this is where we gotta. It's not really to do with adjectives, right? So. Okay. Wait, do we have? Is this? Oh, that's right. Oh, shit. Hang on. Okay. I removed that big styles thing up here. So I had to put a button down for me to get to it.
For more room.
Yeah. We're doing a lot of work in the Japanese book to have only like 20 to 30 styles running everything so that we don't have to deal with like the billions of styles we have right now.
Yeah, it seems like it takes a lot for you to go through and find
Okay.
it the way you use it in Word. So, sometimes.
I want to make sure that we don't overplay our hand here on this one.
How so? You mean like making it too?
I don't want to limit it because it's used a lot, right?
Yeah.
Um, I'm just going to first write down the words that I remember from the book.
Okay.
So someone's strong belief based on a subjective opinion, decision, that something is going to happen in the future. It can also be a guess.
I would say subjective. Decision seems weird.
That was the word they used.
No, they didn't say decision. They said.
Oh, really? How much you want to
Pandan.
bet? Pandan is decision, dude.
Pandan is judgment, right?
Oh, shit, you're right. God damn it. Hang on, let me just double check that. I think it's both. I have a feeling it's both. But you're right. It's definitely judge, yeah, because it's a pandan hajima. Judgment and decision. It's both. Woo! Woo! Woo!
I still think it sounds better.
Shut up. There's also pang. I think there's a word. I'm gonna guess it from Japanese. Pangyo.
Oh, there is another. What is it? Pan.
Pangyo is a ruling or a judgment. Okay. Hanketsu in Japanese. Okay. So yeah, I like judgment. I like that. That's better than decision. That makes no fucking sense to call it that. Okay, judgment. Subjective judgment. Based on a subjective judgment that something's going to happen in the future. I feel like that's actually pretty good. Urikoyo future tense is used to show one's, I hate that word, one's strong belief was it belief or? I think it was belief or, wasn't it?
Yeah, nah, yeah, if I remember correctly.
어떤 행위를 하겠다는 강한 의지. Actually, it's a strong 의지, desire. Isn't that desire?
VG, willingness, right? Yeah.
Will, yeah. Not. I don't think it ever shows up as a desire.
Yeah, but it has na, so it is or.
Yeah. So will, and then wisa is belief, right? Or
Yeah.
looking up these words.
Or doctor.
Yeah, he's a strong doctor. We should really screw it up. Intent. So it's will or intent. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Will or intent.
Intent, yeah.
Strong.
Intent.
Will or intent to do an action or a subjective judgment that something will happen in the future. Yeah, I think this book's like released from the government or something like that, right?
Yeah, it is. It's what was it? Guni Guko one, I think it was. Is that what the
Yeah, let's go look. I'm just curious.
national language? I don't know whatever it's called. In
대한민국 서울
that's just the public.
communication. Okay,
It's at the very front.
books.
It's yeah, there it is.
Communication books.
The little one.
This one right here. No, this is education 종사.
That's
Oh,
it
here
right
it
here.
is.
National.
Here it is. National Language One. What is that? Not Academy, but
Institute, I think it is.
that's it. Yep, it's a governmental website. So anything in here is like completely official.
Yeah, this is like
This is like the gold standard. If you
Yeah.
can get through the Korean, you could write your own Korean book just with this alone. You don't need to know any other thing about Korean. This is all you need.
this is true.
Steven wants to know, does Reed get a point? Yeah, he does for judgment.
Right.
Done. Although, hang on.
Hold on.
I also get a point, though. We both get a point because it said judgment decision.
I kind of got one for subjective too.
Yes, you do. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. 울거예요, future. 울거예요. I'm going to get rid of this word future tense. Is used to show a strong will or intent to do an action. Or a subjective judgment that something will happen in the future. I like that.
Yeah.
Now let's go back and look at that second one and make sure. Okay. Oh, wait, we got to make sure. So, nope, that's it right there. That's it. I already got that one. All right. Oops. Okay, that's saying it can do different versions.
Yeah, it's just different levels.
And this is additional. 추측이나. So it's an assumption or a guess. 의지의도 등을 나타낸 점에서 올 것과. Yeah, so yeah, they're just saying that they're similar to get. 그런데, however, that being the case, however, 의지의도의 의미에 나타내는 경우에 큰 의미 차이. Oh, there's a large meaning difference. That's what 의미 차이 means. It's not easy to discover a big difference in meaning.
Big difference in the meaning. Yeah.
Right. 추측이나 짐작 의미를 나타내는 경우 올 것이 주로 어떤 객관적인 일반적인 사례. Hang on. See, now it's saying. So yeah, it can be subjective, but it can also be objective, right?
It kind of makes it
grounds
sound
for a general case. Yeah, it can be used
for a normal.
추측할 때 쓰이는 반면 on the reverse, but for get you're talking. So get is definitely subjective.
Yeah.
But here they're saying 울거예요 is objective, right? So here it's 중앙적인 판단, right? Subjective judgment. But here we're doing 객관적이고 also being some cases of being objective.
Yeah.
And up here we are subjective. So man, that's
See, it just feels like it encompassed both.
what I'm saying.
It's just
But then there's 울게, right? Which includes the promise to do.
all right.
That was the other future. 울게.
Oh yeah, that's
That was
right.
the other
Yeah.
future. There's
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Or what about hagka? We didn't even talk really about
that's
that.
suggestive, but that's not showing that you will do it. That's asking, shall I do it, right?
Yeah. Shall I? Yeah.
Theoretically, it's not. I mean, yeah, it's future because it hasn't been done yet. So let me try to parse out what's happening here. Am I getting ready to say the exact same opposite thing? I'm gonna read that again. I want to parse it further. I feel like we must be missing something.
Well, I also wonder too, George. I mean, look, book one. I want to give them, obviously the correct information, but I also don't want to give them too much that they're starting, their head starts spinning. It's like, wait, what does this do?
I know.
You start losing like the entire meaning of what we're trying to do.
I'm glad you're saying that. Okay. Get to Get also is similar to ulgot in that it the point that it represents a guess or an assumption represents that. Good. So get and ulgot both represent assumptions and guesses. Good. However, 위지, 위도의 의미를 나타내는 경우, however, when it's representing intent or belief, 큰 의미 차이를 발견하기 쉽지 않지만, it is difficult to discover big meaning differences. However, 추측이나 짐작이 의미를 나타내는 경우, when it's for a guess or an assumption, ulgot normally is general case grounds, written for general case grounds, assumption, and it is objective. Right? Am I reading that right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a guess, but it's an objective guess. It's not
an objective guess, correct.
So in other words, it could be, no, it's gonna rain, or it's gonna rain. It can literally be both, because one was a strong belief based on my own subjective judgment, and this one's based on objective, general case grounds for whatever.
Like general, just basic knowledge of whatever, right?
And in reverse, get is the person that is speaking's subjective. It's grounded on, based on his subjective judgment. It's used normally for those type of guesses, right?
Right.
하겠어요.
Yeah.
비가 오겠어요. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain.
Right, just because he looks around, he can see.
He's like, look, you gotta trust me. It's gonna fucking rain.
Yeah,
but then if he looks up and he sees the sky, he's probably gonna say, oh, right? 비가 올 거예요. It's gonna rain based on what I just looked at. I don't understand. How is that any different from up here? Let me reread this. What am I missing? I think the key thing we're missing is 행위.
Yeah, action.
And it wasn't action, it was deed or something, right?
행위? I thought it was like
act, action, deed. Maybe you can't use. No, of course you can use it with rain. But it's a 강한 의지, a strong desire, right?
Yeah, right.
Just double checking all of these words. Belief or conviction. It's the fourth time I looked it up. 나는 꼭 성공할 것이다. I am definitely gonna succeed. 이번에는, this time, 꼭, I like how they're using 꼭 every time here. 꼭 담배를 끊을 거야. I will definitely quit smoking this time. I like 이번에 is like, I failed multiple times. Okay, 오늘 점심에 뭘 먹을 거야? Now that's a question. What are you gonna eat for lunch today? How the hell is that? See, that when it's a question, that's definitely not a subjective belief. It's a question.
Yeah, exactly. You're asking a question. It doesn't make any sense. Of course.
So when you think of it, see, that's why I think when this is normally taught, every teacher I've ever asked about this says it's a chuchuk. That's what they say, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense in my brain. That's a key example of why it doesn't make sense, because it's not a guess, obviously.
Yeah.
They're not saying that it's showing this.
Yeah, you're not guessing. You're just asking. You're asking. Oh, what are you gonna eat?
It says right here in the damn book that they told me to buy, that they recommended. Because they had this book, and I was like, "What is that book?" And it's like, "Oh, every teacher has one of three books." My ham teacher told me that, And I was like, oh, which are they? And I wrote them down. I went and bought them that day. So she had that book, but yet they all say chuchuk only, if I recall correctly. They don't give you two things. Okay, so let's read this one. So this is the one. Are you going to the military? So I guess, are we theoretically asking, what is your subjective belief that you're going to be eating today? On that third one?
Number 3.
So
점심 뭘 먹을 거야?
Because, okay, now let me ask you. How is that different from 오늘 조심 or, okay, you know what? Let's see if Kelly's around again. Let's see what time is it in Korea. I want to, this actually, we wanted her to talk to her the other day. Time in Korea is 7:49 a.m. Kakao.
Wake up.
By the way, I'm not going to actually be able to stay here super much longer. I know I spent an hour trying to figure out my cable problems because I have a thing at 5 with Conoco, and I need to do a small run to the store before then.
That's fine.
Before it closes.
I got things to do too.
All right, let's just handle what we want to say here and double check.
Sure.
Darling, wake me up. Good morning call. Where'd Kelly go? Okay.
From last time.
Well, she answered last time.
10
minutes before this time in the day. So. 있어요? For those of you that don't know, Kelly is one of our native helper co-authors. She actually, once me and Reed worked through all of our fumbling around building this new book.
Yeah.
Because Koreans don't look at it the way Americans look at it. They're not. I think it's not as successful for them to write the book because they write it from their own perspective only. They don't understand. Like, to them, it's just not Urkoyo's future. It's an assumption. They'll say that, and it doesn't mean anything to them. But now I'm going to test it with her. I'm going to say, how are these different? What is the different nuance in your? What do you feel when you? Does anything change?
Yeah.
Dang it, she's not going to be here. Dang it.
But yeah, it's really good to have the Koreans the native speakers go through the book afterwards. They kind of see with a different set of eyes than we do. So
it's really good to have the Koreans read Bullen.
Yeah. It's good to have the Korean.
The Koreans and the gays. They're really good to have around. Just really good.
I can't stand the gays and the Koreans, and especially them North Koreans.
But don't get me started on gay North Koreans. Those guys are just amazing. All right. We'll wait for her to see if she responds. Okay, so I don't like writing this next part. You know, I feel like I need to say, that being said, you know, Urkoyo. Oops.
Whoa.
That was what was in my buffer. Urkoyo is also used for making guesses or assumptions of an objective nature.
Yeah.
I mean, do we just say like, it all boils down to context?
Yeah.
In
I
a
like
book such as this that teaches Korean grammar, we need to give you the official teachings of the grammar, the official way something is taught. Here are the rules or urkoyo. As a rational human being, you might be thinking, it can be objective and subjective at the same time. How is that possible? Will I explode if I use this grammar? In the end, urkoyo, is a future tense. You can't know the future, so sometimes it's a guess based on subjective opinion, not opinion, judgment, based on your opinion, and sometimes you have facts. You base your, sometimes there are facts that give an objective, reasonable, an objective assumption. Sometimes Allah!
Yeah.
In the end, urkoyo is just a future tense. You can't know the future, so sometimes it's sometimes you guess the future based on a belief subjectively, and sometimes you base your assumption. Sometimes you assume the future based on objective facts. For example, subjectively, you feel it in your bones. It will rain tomorrow, despite having no information. 내일 비가 올 거예요. Or you see there are clouds in the evening. Today, you see there are clouds in the sky right now. And it was raining all day. Even the weather. No, we'll read that. So you assume objectively
Based on that evidence.
it will rain tomorrow. Later on, I hate saying later on. So really, I mean, as you can see, despite the official grammar being absolutely correct, it really boils down to context. And really, urkoyo is just, I mean, I guess it is always a chuchuk if that's the case, right? Think about it. It is always kind of a guess, right? But
Well,
no, actually, no, we can't say that. So, okay, so we're going to clean this up, but basically like, even though a common answer for what is urkoyo is that it's an assumption. If you know you are going to go somewhere, then it really isn't an assumption. 내일 갈 거예요. I will. I think the other key thing too is that these sentences don't happen in a vacuum. That's why they were using gok, because gok shows strong conviction.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
Now we don't have those words to use.
Right.
But we also really can't go too heavy in that explanation. You know,
Right.
normally 내일 꼭 비가 올 거예요.
Yeah.
And even it's the tone of your voice. 올 거야. 올
It
거예요.
almost- it's like almost the same thing we're doing in basic form, where we're forcing it into like this feeling of it's will happen, you know?
There is no guess or assumption here. You decided to go, so you will. Also, what about when urkoyo is a question? How can you assume a question? It is merely asking for someone's future plans. I hate official explanations sometimes because they boil it down in a way that you can't do that with language because language is living, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. We learned that basic form can be future tense depending on the context and or words used with it. Nah, we'll just say context because that covers it. So, okay, we already know that. Basic form is merely a statement of fact that when in future form, I'm going to call it basic form future, I guess. Basic future form is merely a statement of fact that something will happen in the future. urkoyo is an assumption or guess. We're not saying that because that's fucking what I'm trying to avoid saying. Is often explained as this is what it is: a guess or assumption. But let's see how this works in reality. God, I feel like an ass. I think we should even say that we refer to this book. Is it Kungnip like that? Kungnip. What was it? What was the official name?
Was it
Hangu Kungnip
Google?
One. What was that in English? That is the
National Language Institute, was my guess.
yes. Actually, I'll do it the other way around. I'm gonna click on English on this page.
Would you like to chat with an Alexa Prize social bot?
No,
Okay.
that was pretty fucking random. National Institute of
I'd rather not answer that.
Thanks, Alexa.
really. Oh, come on. God, I just had a flashback to the future. Like we're both on our deathbed. It's like we're both in the hospital next to each other, and I'm like, Reed, it was an honor working for you, buddy. And you're like, me too, George. Remember when we did that Urukoyo thing? It's just like
That's what you were thinking about just now?
yeah. Randomly, I flash forward to our deathbed, and like this is a kind of life work. This is a life work thing. It doesn't matter how old we get. It's like we wrote Korean from zero.
Yeah.
This book will probably still be around 20 years from now. Japanese from zero is around after all these years, right? And getting improved. And like your kids and my kids will be fighting over the ownership, and then they'll be both working on it, and then there'll be a big court battle. And I'll be like we'll both be declared like unable to handle our own affairs, so that they can wrestle the percentages from each other of these.
I've actually thought about that. I thought, like, what if George gets like dementia or something when he gets old, and his kids are like, "I'm just gonna take his book money." He's not gonna know any better.
I wouldn't know. That's the thing. I wouldn't know. How would you know? I mean, how would you know?
Do you have a will, George?
No.
You don't. You should.
Well, my wife is still alive, but yeah, you probably should get one of those. Because I've said to my daughters, I'm not handing you the company in any way. You're not getting this company just for being my daughter. I think it's the worst thing you could do to a child. Is like, oh yeah, you didn't do anything for this book or these work. You don't even like Japan or Korea. You say you hate Japanese, but yet you're going to reap all the benefits from my hard work. Honestly, let this video stand in court as testimony. Honestly, if my daughters haven't done work for the company, now Mari has done a little bit of work, and she thinks she's the best employee. She said that. I'm like, no. Because Kanako works every day for this company. Justin works every day for this company. Reed, you work more for this company than Mari does because she's a college student. I don't expect it from her, right? And she was just a part-time worker helping me do editing in the book. But she thinks that was an amazing thing that she did. That doesn't give you that would not earn ownership in the company. Not that she said that it did, but all right. Anyway,
Like Bill Gates, he's gonna give his kids like what, like $1 million, 2 million, or something like that.
and
I
that's
read.
it, right? But even
That's
a million,
it, yeah.
that's a
That's
lot of
really
money,
good.
dude. That's a lot of freaking money.
That is a lot of money, but when you got what, $80 billion or so, doesn't feel like a lot.
Exactly. All right. As a rational human being, you might be thinking, it can be objective and subjective at the same time. How is that possible? Will I explode if I use this grammar? I don't know if I need that, but I feel like that's the tone I want to set. It's like, let's get past this, right? You might even be frustrated at seemingly opposing things. I mean, in the end, yeah, one is showing intent, and one is showing a guess, right?
Mhm.
One showing intent and the other showing a guess. I might have to clean this up. But you're not supposed to start with a comma. Yeah. In the end, ukra is just a future. Is just a future tense. Sometimes you guess the future based on a belief, right? Or sometimes you guess the future based on a belief subjectively, and sometimes you assume the future based on facts. And sometimes you have strong intent to do that future thing. For example, let's get out of that because we actually talk about that in a second. For example, subjectively, you feel it in your bones that it will rain tomorrow. And let's just say, subjectively, your sixth sense, intuition, tells you it will rain tomorrow, despite having no real information. Right? Okay. Or you see that there are clouds in the sky, and it was raining all day. So you assume objectively it will rain tomorrow, right? As you can see, despite the official grammar being absolutely correct, it really boils down to context. I feel like this is a really good thing to show them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it takes away the burden that they're told it's a chuchuk, and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Even though a common answer for what is assumption. Wait.
That sentence.
What?
That sentence is weird. It shouldn't
Yes.
start with you.
Well, we already explained up here that it's common, right?
Yeah, but if you're going to start with even though, you can't just end it the way it is. It's like a run-on sentence. It's really weird.
Even though the common answer for what is urkoyo is that it's an assumption. Oh. You know you are going. If you know you will do a certain action tomorrow, that isn't an assumption. It's your plans, right?
Yeah, plans.
It's your plans. It's a plan. It's a plans. Near Karko El Agua tomorrow. There is no guess or assumption here. You decided to go, so you will. Also, what about when urkoyo is a question? How can you assume unless you say gayeo? Are you gay?
You should ask me, are you gay?
But you could do that with basic form. Melanie says, it's amazing how George can just hammer out a sentence like that as if he were copying the text from somewhere. I'm a genius! I'm a genius! Trust me, not all my sentences are genius. How can you assume a question? It's merely asking for someone's future plans. Near Karkoya. Oh my god, I was trying to get this. near Karkoyo. That's really it. That's the whole thing. That's all I want to say. I think we ZZZ here and we come back to it tomorrow with it, or whenever we meet again with it fresh, because I got to get out of here.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that looks good. I'm glad we kind of pounded through that because, man, I'll tell you what, this is one of the more difficult ones I think to explain for the grammar.
Well, it's just like, we got them using kayo, fine, no problem. But now they're presented with karkoyo, and I think I always I'm 6 years into learning Korean. You're 9 years in, right?
And yeah.
But don't you have trauma on that urkoyo thing? Like, I have trauma from it.
I did. I remember when I first learned it, I was like, oh, what the heck? How do I use this?
And like I said before, the funny thing is, kayo by itself is not future tense. It becomes future tense based on the concept, right? So based on the content of the conversation. But like I said, Joy at the party was like, hey, I think I figured out future tense. It's urkoyo. Or she said it's this because I was trying to figure it out. So I was just taught that it's future tense. But then later on, you're told it's an assumption. So yeah, I get it. Okay, it's an assumption, but it's still future tense. So all that did was throw me down a rabbit hole of confusion.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Context. I think it all comes back to context, really. Right?
Yeah. So we'll clean this up to get it on one page and to make it look pretty. Probably can remove all of this, honestly.
Yeah, some of this will probably be able to get rid of.
Yeah, I could definitely get rid of all of this.
Yeah, we're restating it pretty much, so yeah, we'll probably get rid of some of it.
Yeah, but even like this, like the chagurkoyo. Yeah, I'm building a new speaker. I'm making a new speaker. I can't show you the design yet. But hey, will it be big? Anyo chagurkoyo. It'll be small. I could say that. I could also say chagayo. It is small, right? Right? But I could say chagurkoyo because it's not out yet. It will be small. That would not be weird.
Yeah, no.
I don't think it would be. Kelly didn't respond.
It's fine. Yeah. So it's and that's again, I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like the way that most people teach it like that. I think
it's lazy. It's lazy just to take the accepted way. And honestly, we got accused of that. We got accused of that by Reed. Not by Reed. Sorry, that was you. That other guy. Remember I used to always call you his name? That other guy accused us of just... Remember when we had the hapshida? When we explained hapshida?
Yeah, I remember that.
And he claimed that we just took that... that we copied what everyone else wrote. No, we fucking didn't.
Yeah.
That was what we thought it was. And by the way, we modified it based on his criticism.
Yeah.
Because I thought his criticism was correct. That wasn't the full explanation of what hapshida is. It can be rude, right? To say let's go to an older person, even if you're using 존댓말, right? It's okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, stealing something would be like, say, I don't know, copying someone's like book cover design. I mean, that would be. Really
I know. Who would steal someone's book cover design and completely even up to the numbering style? That would be disingenuous. And then, I mean, imagine if you ask them to, hey, do you mind not using the same number? And they're like, oh, that's my artist. You have to talk to them. Oh, I have to talk to them even though you're paying them money. That would be weird, but no one ever did that. No one ever suggested that it wasn't under their control on their artwork.
I'm actually now that we're talking about that, I'm kind of curious to go see what that book teaches on that. Actually, I want to see how they actually taught it. Now that we've done it.
Well, I do have a PDF version of the book, as I was his #1 Kickstarter supporter. I do. Would you like to see? Shall we throw it up?
The way that they
I wonder what he wrote. Oh my God, are we doing this? Let's do it.
Let's
oh my
do it.
God, I have it in my Korean made simple. Finally, we said the phrase.
Simple
Here
made.
is it's #1, Korean made simple. And let's see, can I do a search? Koyeyo. Not gonna find it. Okay,
Why?
let's see. I don't know. It's probably let's look up Koyo. Oh, but he's a lot of komnida. He does the nida stuff more than us.
He might do Goshida actually. Look at that.
Yeah, he's more like that style. Goshida.
Really?
So Yeo? Maybe. Okay.
Well, the
Ida
year
Ie.
before that, I don't know.
All right, hang on. What was it? Ko
No
Yeo.
period at the end. No
What?
period. Try without a period. I don't know if that would work, but
What the hell? Let's see. I will go. Future tense. Okay. Umnida. Oh my gosh. Okay. Future tense. I will watch a movie tomorrow. So what is the exact sentence? Okay. The difference from past tense, which we will cover later, or future tense. I love how he has to explain, I watched a movie yesterday, or I will watch a movie. That because we don't know the difference between future and past tense. So that's good. That's good. He's holding your hand. Where is it? Komnida. Yeah, we don't teach this way. I'm not a fan of the umnidas. Where does he do it?
I'm okay.
Where does he even teach future tense?
I don't know that I'm looking
Oh,
at.
he doesn't do urkoyo in here, maybe.
Is it book 2 where he does it?
I don't know. Hang on. Oh, this is gonna get back to him. I don't want to deal with this. Honestly, we should just cut this from the. This is live stream only. I don't. This is not good form for us. Future tense. 겠는데. Oh my! How is he? How is he doing this level already? Like this is way too much this early on. Here we go. Urkeo? Where's urkoyo? Before that. Where's urkoyo? You can't do that ahead of time. Hang on. Let's go back to the
have to. No, that's have to.
No, hang on. For the record, while we're saying this, in case this gets out, because it probably will, I respect Billy, and I'm extremely proud that Billy went to write 3 books. And I've said that to you in private, that I approached Billy to do the Korean from Zero book initially, and he was the number one pick for me, and I still think to this day that wouldn't have been a mistake, because he's fantastic. His videos are amazing. He's got over 100,000 subscribers. Everyone loves him, and I still recommend his videos to people. I love him. I think he's fantastic.
His Korean's phenomenal. Absolutely.
He nails his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We can disagree on how to teach grammar in the books, but he nails that. Where is future tense? Let me just look up the word future. He does this thing that we try to avoid all the time. You'll see this in future lessons. We don't like to do that. But we do it. We still do it. In the future, we will cover. Okay. 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 I recommend that you spend extra time reading over this chapter and make sure you know each and every rule. These conjugations will be... Okay. We'll be covering this more in the future. We'll come across this in the future. Where is it? Where does he... He teaches Mire, the future. Okay. I don't know where it is. I don't know. I have no idea where it is. Can't find it. Future. I'm just curious. Oh, here we go. Okay. Page 36. Page 36.
No.
Okay. Future tense. Here we go. Finally. Getta. Okay, that's one form.
I teaches them both, doesn't he, at the same time?
I don't know.
No, maybe not. Oh, shoot.
I think that's a huge mistake to teach them both at the same time. Here we go. Urgoshida. You were right. He did do goshida. All right. Take a verb stem and attach if it ends in a consonant, or attach real if it ends in a vowel. Okay? Then attach goshida, which is a combination of got and ida. I would not want to teach them that. Ida will be conjugated in the way you like. You go, okay. Il will then be conjugated any way that you'd like. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, any way that you like. Yeah, okay. All right. 내일 숙제를 할 것입니다. Oh my God. Who says that? 먹을 것입니까? And if you're, first of all, if you're doing 것입니까 level, why wouldn't you do 드시다 for a high level conversation. Mokta is the wrong verb to use here, in my opinion. Okay. While geta form acts the same way for every type of verb, this goshida form uses 3 special additional rules. Remember that the verb stems ending in real will conjugate as if they... what?
Yeah, so he's doing all this with the irregulars, the BFP
Why
regulars.
use future tense? Okay. Here's good. We've already learned that most of his presence blah blah blah. He's saying kayo, just like we do. Using the future tense emphasizes something will happen. Emphasizes that it will happen. How is that different from neir hakuagayo? That's also okay. It's emphasizing.
Okay, if it's geta,
Here's the problem. But I see. He's saying that this could mean present and not The future tense has advantage over present tense. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah? Okay. I shouldn't do this. This is the worst thing to do is look at someone else's book and open up because our book has issues too. The second sentence adds more emphasis. The person will go to school. Well, yeah, okay. Honestly, this is just between you and me. He didn't look shit up. He just went from his brain. I think he went from his brain. And he speaks Korean way better than me and you. So, he's got the ability to do this. Okay, both have the same meaning, but geta is a bit more formal than goshida? No fucking way. That's not what it is. What do you think? Am I wrong here? It's not about formality.
I've never heard this more formal.
No.
I don't know why you'd say more
However,
formal.
even though it's a bit more polite, you still don't have to worry about using this. You can use whichever form you'd like. If you're still unsure of which form to use, I would recommend using goshida when speaking in the yo form and geta when speaking in the nida form. 하겠습니다. 하고 싶니다. Dude, different strokes for different folks. It's really bad form that we just did this, for the record, everybody.
This will get cut out from the uploaded version for sure.
Yeah, look, his book sells a ton. He's extremely popular. Let me look, if just in case we're keeping this in, which we might, because I'm not a fan of deleting something that I said, and I think I should own it. We're gonna promote his channel here, because Billy's a great guy. I actually don't hate Billy. I hate what happened between me and Billy. I hate that we're not friends anymore. Not that we were like friends, but he when I was in Korea, I needed to know where I could go to a bookstore, and he told me about Aladdin Books in Gangnam. So like he's a huge part of why my Korean was able to improve, and he's not a bad guy. So his channel is Go Billy Korean, okay? Now I'm not gonna lie, when we wrote Korean from Zero, we often did say F Billy a lot, because he was our motivation to build a book, because we knew he was also building a book. And for the record, he didn't quit the book. We pulled it from him because we felt like we had already built something that we liked, and we wanted a name that was better than what we were using, like Korean in 5. So this is the actual history of it. But he was writing the book. He was getting near the end. He hadn't signed any contract, so it's not like he was breaking the contract. We sent him over the contract. He didn't really like the terms of the contract, and I felt like he was going to pull away. And he had mentioned he was going to self-publish. And honestly, I told him, you probably should self-publish. Although I think you should do the Korean from Zero book, because I wanted to do the Korean from Zero book. It was the smart thing for him to do, to self-publish. It actually was. So he's got, isn't that coincidental? But it's, no, that's not Urkoyo. But you could see 138,000 subscribers. We have a measly like 11,000. He's fantastic. Everyone loves him, and he's got this personality, right? Let's see. He cooks a ramen sandwich, like a ramen sandwich he's cooking. Can you guys even hear that? I don't think Can you guys hear this? He's also very handsome.
I can't hear it.
Hang on. Why can't we hear this? Where is this? Hang on. I cannot hear this. Either way, you can see he's a very good-looking guy. He's got these really short, very short and concise videos on Korean, which even helped me early on. You know, he's always wearing this hat. This is his thing. He's got a teddy bear. You know, it's his thing. and honestly, subscribe. And if you ever meet Billy, say, hey, I learned about you from Korean from Zero, because we did support him in his all 3 of his books. Korean from Zero donated. I believe we were the biggest backers, because I actually have no malice towards Billy. It's okay if we disagree on teaching methods, but 9 times out of 10, this guy's amazing. It's just sometimes I'm like, okay, we could have gone up with a better explanation, but that's just me. And also, I want to promote one more thing. If you go to, was it Korean Made Simple? I think he finally got the domain name. He actually thought I had taken the domain name from him on purpose to teach him a lesson, but I did no such thing. He finally eventually got it. You can come up here and purchase his books very cheaply right here, $14.99. How's that for a peace offering after I just was very rude to him? But I have met people that do love his books tremendously.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one funny thing, I said this before, but when I was in Korea, I went to a language meetup, because I always go to all the language meetups, and if they're teaching Korean, I especially want to go because I want to get some information. And it was just me and one other girl. And then this Korean girl comes in, hi guys. And she's like, okay, today we're going to be learning some Korean. Here's the book we're going to use. And she slammed Korean Made Simple on the table. And I was like, no, no, there's Korean from Zero too. And it's free. You can download it on the website. It's in the link, by the way. You can download it for free. Our book is free. All right, guys, that's it. Billy, if you've watched this, honestly, I wish we could be friends again. I think we could have a fun rivalry together. I don't think we have to be enemies. I have no ill will towards you, even though I did say F Billy a couple times. But I know that's not your real name, and I know your real name, and I never said F your real name, for the record. All right, that's it. Please go help Billy. Again, oh my God, I ran out of time to go to the store because I was talking about this. I'll talk to you later, Reed.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.